Hey, what's up guys? Chris here with Garage Gym Warrior, and this is your workout of the day. Now before we get started, make sure you subscribe to this channel down below so you don't miss any of these daily workouts. All right, how this is going to work is first off, I'm gonna go over the workout, I'm gonna describe all the movements, and I'm gonna demonstrate all the movements just to make sure you guys are using proper form and technique on this. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and queue up the full follow along workout video of this workout so you can get started right now. However, if you wanna skip over all the introduction, I've linked up the full follow along workout video where it begins down in the description. You go down, scroll down, click on that, and you can start this workout right now. But if you are still here right now and you wanna go over all of the movements that are in this workout is going to be 3 5-minute AMRAPs with a 1-minute rest in between. Now an AMRAP is as many rounds or as many reps as possible within a certain amount of time. So what you're gonna do is we're gonna set a clock for 5 minutes and we're gonna repeat a sequence of movements for that 5 minutes. After the 5 minutes is up, we're gonna go ahead and rest for 1 minute. Then after the 1 minute of rest is up, we're gonna queue up that clock again for another 5 minutes, repeat that same cycle of movements for another 5 minutes, rest for 1 minute, and then we have a third and final round of that 5-minute AMRAP where we do it once again. All right guys, so it's going to be the 5-minute AMRAP. You're gonna start off with that 5-minute clock and we're gonna begin with 12 alternating dumbbell snatches. So I'm gonna head back here, I'm gonna grab a single dumbbell. I'm gonna set it down on the ground here first, just so I can kind of go over proper movement standards. So a dumbbell snatch, it's gonna be on the ground between our legs. We're basically taking that dumbbell and we're raising it up all the way up overhead with one arm. Then we're gonna bring it back down to the ground, we're gonna switch off to the other arm, and we're gonna alternate that movement from right to left arm for a total of 12 of those dumbbell snatches. So what we wanna do is we wanna make sure we're in a nice squat stance here, so your feet are a little bit wider than hip width apart, toes are pointed out slightly. What you're gonna do is you're gonna start to bend in those knees, hinge at the hips, send that butt back. As you're coming down here, you're reaching down to go ahead and grab that dumbbell. Your arm is straight, chest is up, shoulders are back. As you reach down here, once you grab that dumbbell, the tendency, because you want to get it up overhead, is to start pulling right away. I want you to use the power and strength of your lower body to really get that dumbbell off the ground first before you start to pull on that. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the power and strength of our lower body, press through the ground, start to open up those hips. Knees are going back. Use your quads, use your hamstrings, use your glutes, and keeping that dumbbell close to your body. Once your hips are fully open, your arm is still straight at this point. Now I still don't even want you to pull. At this point now, I want you to get up on your toes, even extend more, shrug your shoulder. Now that your body's at full extension, now and only now is when you actually start to pull that dumbbell. And even then, once you start to pull that dumbbell, as soon as you start to pull, I want you to dip back down underneath it as you pull it up, get underneath it in a nice squat stance, then stand it fully upright. Then we're gonna bring it down, switch to the left arm, and we're gonna repeat that for a total of 12 of those dumbbell snatches. So dumbbells down between my legs, feet are a little bit wider than hip width apart, knees are gonna start to bend, hinging at the hips, chest is up, coming down here, I'm gonna grab this dumbbell. Now, power of my lower body, I'm gonna press through the floor, bring this dumbbell up and then get underneath it. Now stand it fully upright, then bring it down, switch to the left side. Once again, coming down here, snatch it up, get underneath it, bring it down, right side, press through, all the way up, and you're gonna end up doing 12 of these. Now you notice when I was switching before, I was bringing the dumbbell all the way down the ground, I'm switching at the ground. Now, once you get really proficient in these, you can actually switch that dumbbell right around in front of your face, just below your chin. So it really makes these speed up the process of these dumbbells really, really quickly. So, looks like this, snatch it up, and you'll notice now I'm switching that dumbbell right in front of my face, and I can really rip through quite a lot of these dumbbell snatches very, very rapidly. Another thing quickly I want to mention, guys, keep that dumbbell close to your body the entire time. You notice I'm not swinging it out like a kettlebell. Keep it close to your body the entire time. So you're going to go ahead and do 12 of those alternating dumbbell snatches. Then we're going to go over here on the pull-up bar. We're just going to do 6 pull-ups. So you might have a pull-up bar like I have over here in the back that's mounted to the wall, or you might have one of the ones that's in the door frame. If you don't have one of those, I've got a couple options for you that I'll go over in just a second. So first off, on the pull-ups, palms facing forward, hands are a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. You're just gonna jump up on this bar, pull your chin up over the bar, and do 6 of these pull-ups. Now, if you can't do unassisted pull-ups, a couple options you have here is you can get a box or a bench, set that down on the ground in front of there, place one foot on that, and just kind of use your leg to help you get that chin up over that bar. And as you build up strength, you'll be able to move and progress on to a full pull-up. Also, if you have a band, you can throw a band over there, place one foot in that band, and that's also going to give you some assistance. Another option is if you don't have any of that, if you do have bands that have handles on them, you can throw the one handle over the top of that. Now, depending on the height of your bar, you might need to get into a kneeling position, or even in my case here, down into a seated position. You want to make sure that your arms are at full extension, and then your palms are facing forward, still about shoulder width apart. You're going to pull the band down till they're below your chin, and you're just going to go ahead and mimic that pull-up movement just like you would if you were using on the bar. Now, using the band is significantly easier than doing a regular pull-up. So what I highly recommend is double or triple the amount of reps on that if you're using the band. So instead of doing 6, do 12 or 18 of those, depending on the strength of your band, but just go ahead and maybe up those a little bit so you get the benefit of the workout in there. After the 6 pull-ups, now we're just gonna do 12 body weight squats. So make sure all your equipment is out of the way here. Feet are a little bit wider than hip width apart. As you start to hinge at the hips and the knees start to bend, make sure that your knees are tracking out over your toes. They're not caving in. Also keep that chest up, shoulders back the entire time. As you go into that squat, hips are back, knees are tracking out of those toes, hips go down below knee level, chest is up, stand fully upright, opening up those hips all the way at the top. All the way down, all the way up. And you're just gonna go ahead and do 12 of these body weight, or sometimes called air squats. Then you're gonna do 12 of those. Now we're just gonna finish off the round with 6 burpees. So burpee position here, basically you're gonna start in a stance position. You're gonna go down, kick your legs out into a plank position. From here, you're gonna go into a push-up. You're gonna press out of that push-up. You're gonna bring your feet in, and then you're gonna jump up, touch your hands above your head. So all the way down, plank, push up, jump, down, plank, push up, jump, down, plank, push up, jump. One thing I want to talk about here is the speed that you end up doing those. One thing for efficiency on this, a lot of times what I see is people will come in, they'll do the plank, then they bring their feet in really close in between their hands. Now you have a long ways to travel from this position to get all the way up and then jump all the way up. And then you're in this position with your feet too close, you have to bend all the way down again, then you have to kick back in a plank position, and you have to do it all again. What I suggest you do is go wide on your stance. What that's gonna do is keep your center of gravity lower to the ground the entire time, allows you don't have to get up as far, you don't have to jump as far, and then you don't have as far to go down again. So you'll see, typically, if my knees were close in between my hands. But if I go in this plank position and I come out and push up, now if I go wide to the side here, really all I have to do now is just stand up and hinge at the waist, because my legs are pretty much straight at that point. And then I could just jump up. Now my feet are still wide. I just have to hinge at the waist, and I can almost get my hands down to the ground. So you can do a lot quicker burpees if you go with that wider stance, and it's less taxing on your body. So you're gonna go ahead and do 6 of those burpees. That completes one round. But like I said, you're gonna keep on repeating that same sequence of movements for a total of 5 minutes. So you're gonna go back to the top, you're gonna do 12 alternating dumbbell snatches into 6 pull-ups, into the 12 bodyweight squats, into the 6 burpees. Keep on repeating that. Once 6 minutes is up, you're gonna rest for 1 minute, then you're gonna go ahead and repeat that again, rest for 1 minute, repeat another final 5-minute round of that, and then that completes that workout. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this workout. If you did, let me know down in the comment section what else you want to see. I'll do my best to bring it to you. And right now, I'm going to go ahead and cue up the full follow-along workout video of this workout so you can get started right now. And as always, I will see you right back here tomorrow in the garage gym.